Okay, Mr. Kazmark, will you call a meeting to order?
Mayor, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for November 4th, 2010 to order. On roll call, council members Caramagna.
Here.
Castiglia.
Here.
Truinski. Here. Monsino.
Here.
Work. Here. Conboy.
Here.
Mayor Mola.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Will everyone please stand for a prayer and flag salute? Oh God, our Father, we ask you to bless our meeting with we trust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and plant therein a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so that our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires the commencement of each meeting a statement by the presiding the enactment of notice in the record of Hackensack Woodland Park, and by posting such clerk as well as the public municipal building and notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 1, 2010. This meeting is going to be on cable, as you probably know, Channel 77. The times, Tuesday at noon, Thursday at 4 p.m., and Friday at 11 a.m. If you wish to watch it on our web, it's www.elmwoodparknj.us. Thank you.
Mayor, this evening, under the approval of minutes, we have the regular meeting of October 21st, 2010.
Motion to receive, to approve.
So moved. So moved. Second.
Mr. Conboy and Mr. Boncino, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Mayor, under the consent agenda this evening, we have Resolution 283-10, payment of bills, Resolution 284-10, confirmation of checks, Resolution 285-10, confirmation of payroll, Resolution 286-10, refund of cash landscaping bond for Jakubowski, Resolution 287-10, authorize stipulations of settlement for Marcow LLC, Resolution 288-10, authorize stipulation of settlement for MPMI Incorporated, Resolution 289-10, authorize tax exemption for Mr. Joseph DeNova, Resolution 290-10, accept retirement for Donald Leader, Resolution 291-10, approve crossing guard of Marge Simonansky, and Resolution 292-10, approve liquor license renewal for Zelda Liquors LLC.
Motion, please. Consent calendar.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Conboy, second by Mr. Castiglia. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Excuse me a minute. 292-10, which liquor license is this? Is this the barn?
No, this is an inactive license, Councilman, that was recently transferred, and they were required to get an opinion from the Director of the Division of Alcohol and Beverage Control in order to renew, and they have gotten that, but they're currently not active in the borough.
It's an active then.
No, if the new owner desires to open up, they'll have to go through that process with us to do a transfer place to place.
Does anybody know what happened to the barn? They just went out of business?
I don't know. I have to tell you, I very seldom, if ever, frequent any place that sells any liquor, and I went to the barn one time, and 6 months later, they closed it. So, no, Tom, do you know?
I really don't know, but they had the best chicken wings, so I don't know. It might be healthy for me, I'm not sure.
I heard they might be reopened.
They got a good chicken parmesan too.
Oh, yeah?
Through you, Mayor, Councilman, we did have an inquiry into a transfer. A gentleman came into my office looking to potentially do a transfer of the liquor license and reopen the establishment, but I haven't heard anything back other than him picking up the application.
Okay. Thank you.
Call the roll, please.
On roll call on the consent agenda, council members Caramagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinski?
Yes.
Monsino?
Yes.
Work? Yes. Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, we have no departmental reports. We'll be having our work meeting next week, and we have no applications for raffles.
Committee reports, Mr. Caramagna?
Yes, Mayor. Regarding the school, everything's fine. The kids' uniform looks nice. The behavior changed quite a bit. With the hallways are quieter. And also try to speak to Mr. Tomko regarding the apply for the grant.
Open space money?
Open space, but Mr. Tomko was in school, he was out because he just had a new baby boy,
Oh,
Santino Tomko.
Santino?
Santino, that's a very nice name. Was great.
His wife's Irish, huh?
I think he's a Italian, the way I understand. Tomko is not Italian.
No, it was
The other side of the Italian.
This is
I
Santino.
also want to say congratulations to Councilman Casilla for the re-election.
Thank you, Frank.
Congratulations, Tom Cowboy, for your election.
Thank you, Frank.
And I also would like to really word of encouragement to Sandy Balistrieri. She worked very hard.
Yes, she did.
She has been, she worked, she walked, she talked to people, and, he saw the results. It was not really too bad. It's on landslide, just a few votes away. But I'm very happy. It was nice. What I'm happy about, there was no mud. It was a clean campaign. I was so happy for that. This way, I know in the past, I was involved, and I cannot blame anybody else. I was there myself. I was never happy about it. And this is the honest truth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chewinski?
A couple items, Mayor. The Mel and the JIF have decided to go to a commercial insurance carrier for the public officials' employment practices because it's getting too costly for the self-insurance. The rates will stay the same as of now. They're hoping they might get they're still entertaining some new carriers that might even be cheaper. So that's just to give you an update on the Mel. I was at the county last night for one of their last and final meetings. As you know, the county's being taken over by the Republican majority, and this is the thickest I've seen resolutions and passing of lawyers, and your infamous park, overpaid park, as one lawyer stated, all in here. You got to see this. This is one of the thickest I've ever seen. And just I don't even want to add the numbers up. And one more thing, Mayor. I popped into the planning board last night, and I think we're going to look at some kind of ordinance for prior approvals to add before it goes to the planning board, just so some of these drawings go to our DPW first and some other agencies, just to give some insight. But that's about it, Mayor.
Mr. Chewinski, if you look at the agenda from the Freeholder Board, there's the resolution number first, and if you turn it to the last page, there should be a resolution number there. That'll tell you how many resolutions.
Yeah, we have 14, let's say we started with 1475-10 and 1655-10. You got about 30 pages here, resolutions, in a matter of a couple minutes.
And we can wait and see what happens.
Oh.
The new majority.
And one more thing, I'd like to congratulate the new county executive and the county freeholders and our re-elected councilman.
Thank you. Mr. Castiglia?
Yes, Mayor. As I spoke at the last meeting, me and Scott Cars went down to Cherry Hill for that urban forestry class. It did prove to be pretty interesting, and it should help us to qualify for that grant next year now. I think the only thing we have to do is send in a report, which they call an accomplishment report, which tells them how many trees we planted the previous year and information like that. I also wanted to mention one application on the planning board. Is a young man coming in on Broadway. He wanted to take a space on Broadway. He's selling medical uniforms like the doctors and nurses, and most of it is over the internet. So, as a lot of people know, we have parking problems on Broadway. This kind of an application coming in there is what we're looking for. That's a perfect fit for that kind of neighborhood. He's not going to have a lot of cars coming and traffic on the street. Like I said, most of it's over the internet, and a lot of it is customers that he has already there. They're repeat customers. All right, two reminders. November 20th is your last chance on the household hazardous materials up in Mawag, 200 Camp Gore Road, the reservation up there. It will be November 20th between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. They're taking those items again, like pesticides, chemicals, your old paint around the house, car batteries, fire extinguishers that you might have laying around, things like that. And if you have any more electronic items that you want to get rid of, it will be this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the same location. And one other thing, the American Legion again has their breakfast on the 21st. It's the third Sunday of the month. That's between 8 and 11 a.m. That same day, the 21st, the VFW is having a dinner dance in the afternoon. I think it's between 1 and 6 p.m. It's $20 for dinner and dancing. The tickets, let me check the number. Telephone number is 201-797-8759 if you want to call it for tickets for the VFW dinner and dance. And it seems like the 21st is a big day, so that's it, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Well, congratulations, Thomas.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Larry, excuse me, about these electronics.
Old
When is the
computers.
date? Yeah. When can we bring it?
That will be this Saturday,
This Saturday?
but it's up in Mawa. Camp
Mawa.
Reservation.
Where the ski
Forget
place
about
is,
it.
right?
200 camp, it's not that far.
No,
20 minutes, 15 minutes.
what's that, around there?
Yeah, but I
Oh,
go
Frank,
10
I'll
miles
drive
an
you up to the
hour.
woods. We can
Yeah,
drop
old
off our...
computers, old electronic stuff.
Larry,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I like to do
Councilman
something else,
Clark,
Mayor. May
Frank's
I?
got one of those.
your report, please.
Frank's got something.
Mayor,
Yes,
just-
the Elmwood Park Health
come
Board
back.
still
I'll
continue
come back.
offering the free clinics. These clinics are the adult consultation clinic and the child health clinic. The next adult consultation clinic will be held on November 16th, Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and that's at the private clinic room in the municipal building. The next child health clinic will be held on December 2nd from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this date will be the last child health clinic held this year. So if you want to, get to that clinic, please give Debbie Ritchie a call. And you can call at area code 201-996-2038 to set up an appointment, because you do need to set up an appointment for that, the child health clinic. Elmwood Park Health Department still, giving out the free vaccines. They still have the 4 available. The I can just hold this up and maybe you can get hold of that. It's the Pneumovax, the Gardasil, the Menactra, and TPAT. And the next free vaccine clinics will be held from November 9th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., on November 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and also on November 19th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And once again, please call David Ritchie to make an appointment or get further information about the scheduling. Once again, they're also still giving out the flu. Like I said, the flu season's here. The Elmwood Park Health Department is again offering the flu shots. And the next dates for the seasonal flu clinics will be on November 9th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and on November 19th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the flu shots, once again, will be given at the Elmwood Park Municipal Building on 182 Market Street. And once again, there's plenty of flu vaccines available. You can get them here, you can get them at the Walgreens. It's amazing where they have them. But once again, these are not the traditional flu shots. They do cover against the swine flu and 2 types of influenza. And the charge for that would be $25 for participants from 18 to 64 years of age, and then participants 65 years of age and older will be free with proof of the Medicare B coverage. So please bring your card. And also, the Elmwood Park Health Department is also holding the CMAC Blood Testing Clinic on November 19th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Municipal Building. And once again, pre-registration is required. So please make an appointment when you plan to come to that clinic. Just a little highlight here. If anybody's not busy on Sunday, the Elmwood Park Bomber Pee Wee and senior teams will be playing quarterfinal playoffs this Sunday in New Milford at the New Milford High School. The Pee Wee Bomber game starts at 12 noon, and the senior Bomber game starts at approximately 3 p.m. So if you have some time, come out to support your home team and root them on to victory. It's been a couple of years since we've had 2 teams in the playoffs, so it's a little bit exciting. And both these teams had outstanding regular seasons. The Pee Wees finished up with a 6-2 record, and the senior team finished up with a 7-1 record. And last, I'd like to congratulate Tom and Larry on being reelected. Counts for 3 more years, so we'll be looking to work for the next 2 years anyway, depending on my situation.
Frank, you wanted to bring it?
I just want to add, I was on 18th Avenue all the way at the end by the tracks, I spoke to a gentleman, and he complained to me, he say, look, I look like a mess. Is there any way that we maybe can put some trees in the future, maybe just to make the place look better?
We would have to check with the railroad because they have a right-of-way. I don't know if it's 100 feet beyond the tracks on either side. I'm not sure. So we could check with them.
Can we do something like ourselves?
50/50.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks terrible. If
Okay.
we can do something to beautify it a little bit,
We did have some,
shrubs, something
we
like
did
that.
have shrubs on the top of that, on the other end.
At one time, yeah, there were.
Let's keep on putting them on.
Thank you.
They
Mr.
die.
Conboy?
Thank you, Mayor. I better go get those shots, because if I get those things, I can't even pronounce those things. So I better go get those shots. Okay, folks, a couple of updates. If you haven't had a chance to notice, the two parks, Borough Field by the Spray Grounds and over on Elmwood Drive, the park there in the center, both new playground structures are up. They look absolutely wonderful. They're doing a nice job in finishing them up. They're doing some mulch work, but they really look great. On Tuesday, I was out by the one by Borough Field. A couple of grandparents were out there, and they was just saying how wonderful they were. And just on a note, on a financial side of that whole new structures, I just want to let everyone know that the structures that were there were already outdated. Parts could not be purchased any longer for them. Even playground equipment outruns its safety factors, and we're constantly getting reminded by JIF. You know, you always hear Councilman Chewinski or the mayor talk about how we have some of the best records of no injuries and so forth, and that's because our DPW stays on top of our playground equipment area. And even if they found something broken, even the DPW by law is not allowed to repair those things. You have to bring in a state agency to do it. So when we replace them, we're not replacing something just to take it down because we have nothing better else to do. They were out there for a while. The parts were no longer able to be purchased to replace or to repair. So, you know, they outlived they were there for a long time. In regards to the financial part of it, we did take monies from our trust account that we have that keeps replenishing itself through our CFO does a great job in making sure that it's replenishing itself through interest and so forth. And we go and get the open space money. As you guys all know, you're all familiar with that, and residents, you hear us talk about that quite a bit. So we didn't create any new taxes or create any new expenditure. We just took money that we had, and we went to go get money back that the county took from us. Hopefully under the new regime, they may eliminate open space and let us keep it and spend it here in town. But regardless of that, that's how that goes about. Just wanted to say that one more time. But that's how that got taken care of. They do look beautiful, and they're going to last, again, a very long time. Special events, just want to let everyone know, give everybody, the mayor and council, an update. Last week was the Harvest Dance. It was an awesome turnout by our senior community. Over 140 seniors, everybody over 50 was there. They had a wonderful time. I've gotten calls at home. Folks have grabbed me at the store and said they had a lovely time. We should do more of that. Then Friday night was the Halloween party for the K through 5th graders. Close to 400 children were there. They got goodie bags. They had a parade. They got awards for best costumes. So fantastic job being done down by the recreational area. On the recreation side, I don't have any flyers tonight to hold up since we all seem to be competing with flyers. The Recreation Center is sponsoring a really nice trip on December 16th to Radio City Music Hall to also see the Christmas show. Please check out the recreation. There's flyers around. Also call the rec if you have any questions. But it's a nice day out. It's on December 16th. You can see the Christmas show. The seats are very nice. We provide the bus, popcorn and drink, and 2 hours of free time to walk around the complex there, see the tree all lit, and then so forth. It's a very beautiful area. Something new that's going to be launched in January at the Recreation Center. Mommy and Me classes are going to be starting there. So far, it's been well received. Moms are coming in with their children. It's going to be for ages 3 to 5 with Mommy for 8 weeks. And already it looks like we'll have to have 2 classes because it's filling up quick. So again, another nice job there with the rec. I want to remind everybody, wrestling sign-ups are still going on. So please, if you're interested in doing that, sign up. And I also would like to thank everyone's support here on the council. all the residents in town for their confidence into sending us back to work right here to finish all the hard work we've begun. And I just want to thank everyone there for the support. And Larry, congratulations, and thanks for picking me up when I needed it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Boncino.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start off first by congratulating Councilman Castiglia and Councilman Conboy on their victories this week. Their approach to government is quite different, I think, in my opinion, but they both work equally hard for the residents of Elmwood Park, and I look forward to working with them again in 2011. Our Chief Ingrassalino informed the mayor and council last week of an ICE seizure in the amount of $1.3 million. Now, ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and they're the principal investigative agency for the Department of Homeland Security. With these seizures, Elmwood Park, depending on our level of involvement, will realize about 10% on average of the seizure. So that $1.3 million should amount to about $130,000 to Elmwood Park. And we'd realize that over the next year or two, depending on how that works through the courts. But I'd like to take this time to publicly acknowledge Officer Echeverria for his hard work in this area. I appreciate it. And finally, I was away this weekend, but our ambulance corps hosted their haunted house, and it was on Saturday and Sunday. It was a success. There were long lines, and I appreciate the residents of Elmwood Park who came out to support the corps. I believe Councilman Conboy might want to add to that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what's more scarier, waiting for the results Tuesday night or being at the ambulance corps Saturday night. They really did a fantastic job, David. They're trying to expand it every year. I went through it with about 6 kids, my younger son and his buddies. I got to tell you, they did a phenomenal job. It was quite scary. I think the mayor also went on Sunday.
I scared most of the people away.
Thank you.
Mr. Giblin? Thank you. For the council's information, the people in the audience, I received a phone call from the Department of Transportation. They are expected to start some work on Route 4 where the railroad tracks are. They're supposed to be fixing some lights there, putting some crossing along Route 4. They said late November, early December, which is very similar to what they told me last year at late November, early December. So they're a year late, but well, hopefully they'll get that done. And they should, because quite frankly, if you've ever had the occasion to pick up someone for getting off the train, and our parking lot is on the south side of Route 4, the train stops on the north side of Route 4, and they have to cross the highway there. Very, very dangerous. So they need some flashing lights, they need some lighting there so that the people on the highway can see them. Secondly, if you've driven on River Road in Elmwood Park, if you're going south on River Road past the high school, that is, that's River Drive, past the high school, and then when you get to the fork in the road, it's River Road on the other side behind Marcal, and it continues River Drive going past the Falls View. And they changed the markings there, the street markings, so that the cars now have to come out a little bit more, and there's a stop sign there. There always was a stop sign, but if you were making a left going north, you were on the other side, you didn't see the stop sign, and some people used to drive right through. So now there's a stop sign there, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more safe on that. And secondly, I'd like a motion from the council to accept the resignation, and thanks to Mary Ann Garvey, who resigned, sent in a letter of resignation from the Board of Recreation. May I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Mr. Voncino and Mr. Castiglia. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On a roll call to accept the resignation, council members Catamagna,
Yes.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Monsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And to fill that position, I would like to nominate Miles Garvey to fill in the term of Mary Ann. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Conboy, second. Mr. Castiglia, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
No.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Monsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That's all I have. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard? No one wishes to be heard? What do we do, just hang around?
We're going into
Get
executive.
on the phone, call your wife up and say, listen, may I have a motion to adjourn?
No, I need to read the resolution.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, before you start, Christmas light decoration, are we gonna have it this year or not?
The Christmas,
Yeah, Christmas decoration,
yeah, they'll put them up.
they put them up, okay.
Yep.
No, we didn't talk about it, right.
Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion from the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss personnel in all departments, minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires that confidentiality, then the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved that the public be excluded from this meeting. Mayor will need a motion to go into executive.
Yeah, motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Conboy, second, Mr. Vonsi, Mr. Work, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Chewinski.
Yes.
Alcino.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Conboy, second by Mr. Castiglia. Before I call the roll on that, just the last reminder, this meeting is on Channel 77 cable, Tuesday, 12 noon, Thursday, 4 p.m., Friday, 11 a.m., or you can look at it on the website, www.elmwoodparknj.us.
Wednesday, they're going to have the training.
We're not adjourning? Why not?
We have to go over here for insurance to save the money. I'm just telling you, 3:45, they're going to have it at the league. You sign up down there, you can take.
Oh, wait a minute, wait, we've always adjourned it and gone into closed session, otherwise we have to come back out here and adjourn the meeting.
Just so you keep an eye.
When is it in the afternoon?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, if you want. 'cause
You can do it from back there.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if they have
Thank you.
another day, they might have it Thursday.
We're not going to adjourn
All I
the
got- all I
meeting, we
got
have
in
to go in
notice
the
here was
back.
Wednesday.
We have a practicing attorney, I'm a regular guy who knows the law, but I'm not practicing anymore, but we'll go with him.
This is start to look like a democratic meeting, man. Every 2 weeks, what is this?
Thank you.